Hello and welcome back to the weekly Cars.co.za news. I'm David Taylor, and in today's episode, GTI 8.5 is finally confirmed for South Africa. The Toyota Hilux Legend 55, we've got pricing, plus the Chinese offensive for hatchbacks has begun. And before we get into today's news, let me just remind you that Cars.co.za is not just a YouTube channel with 500,000 subscribers. We also buy and sell cars. We've got over 75,000 vehicles for sale, plus a whole bunch of really awesome, convenient tools to make your car purchase that much simpler. Right, let's have some music. Cars.co.za. Yes, you heard right. After much doubt, uncertainty, and no clarity whatsoever, it's official. The Volkswagen Golf GTI 8.5, the facelift that is confirmed for our market. And the biggest change, other than the styling, is the performance. The engine outputs have been cranked up to 195 kilowatts from 180, and 0 to 100, 5.9 seconds, which is quicker than the older 6.4 seconds or thereabouts. But honestly, I think the design is so much better. It's a little bit more refined, a little bit more aggressive. I really like what I see. Volkswagen Group Africa actually sent us a really cool quote, which I'm going to read to you. We can confirm that the facelifted Golf GTI is expected to arrive in SA during the fourth quarter of 2025. See, not long to go. While full specifications and pricing will communicate it closer to launch, we're excited to continue building on the GTI's legacy with this refreshed model. Hallelujah. Awesome. We have a new GTI. Right, on to the next story, and if you like the Toyota Hilux, I've got good news for you. The Legend 55 will be going on sale very soon. From our understanding, the range will comprise 4 derivatives, 2 body styles, and the 55 badge, well, that's 55 years of the Hilux name in South Africa. That is quite the achievement. How many other brands and cars do you know have had 55 years of market dominance? Pricing's on your screen right now. I know you guys appreciate the pricing. 728,000 Rand gets you into the range, and it tops out at 935,000 Rand. But at this point, you're probably going, what exactly is the difference between a standard Hilux and a Hilux Legend 55? Well, you get a whole number of accessories. So there's a sports bar, a bash plate, a lockable roller shutter, the rubberized load bin tow bar, and there's 2 unique colors. And I like these colors. Give me interesting colors all day, every day. Sand beige and dark green mica metallic. I mean, that name sounds a bit weird, but there's no denying this bucky looks really rad. Cynically, it'll be interesting to see what the interest and take-up in the new Hilux Legend 55 is, especially with a new Hilux due in around 18 months. When it comes to historical performance, let's take the Legend 50 for example, around 2021, dealers ran out of stock for a couple of weeks and the factory couldn't keep pace with demand. So let's see if 55 can replicate that. Onto our final news story for the week, and yes, the majority of Chinese new car launches, it's SUV this, SUV that, small SUV, large SUV, plug-in hybrid SUV. It always seems to be SUVs, doesn't it? So Chinese brand MG has launched a hatchback, and that'll be hitting showrooms in the next couple of weeks. Positioned as a rival for the Suzuki Swift, Toyota Starlet, Suzuki Baleno, and Polo Vivo. This is the MG3, and the pricing is very, very aggressive. The range starts at 270,000 Rand. But I think it's also important to point out that the MG3 is bigger than the small city cars we've mentioned. And as you can see on the pricing, that range looks really, really tantalizing. And also, notice the flagship, it's a hybrid. And yes, while the flagship hybrid will be a nice to have, I think the bread and butter models will be the ones to have. The engine, 1.5 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. Customers have a choice of either a manual gearbox or a CVT, and the outputs appear, well, on paper at least, pretty decent. 81 kilowatts, 142 Newton meters. Now, when it comes to spec, you know the Chinese like to throw all the bells, all the whistles, all the kitchen sinks into their cars, and while we don't have final specifications, the safety spec has been made available, and every derivative has 6 airbags, stability control, anti-lock brakes, and parking sensors. For under 300,000 Rand, I think that's really impressive. And as you can see in the pictures, some of the models featured also have a digital instrument cluster plus a large landscape-orientated infotainment screen. And I'm really keen to give this car a go. And that's this week's news done and dusted. But before we end off, I actually want to just raise a glass. This is double espresso, by the way, because it's Monday and we're at work. We can't open the bubbly just yet. But Cars.co.za's YouTube channel hit 500,000 subscribers. 500,000 subscribers. It is a phenomenal achievement. And on behalf of the Cars.co.za content team, I'd like to thank you for your likes, your views, and continued support. So, salute.
That was good coffee.
Right, back to normal service, and as always, all the info you need on the vehicles you've seen today will be linked in the description below. And remember, Cars.co.za, we're not just a YouTube channel with 500,000 subscribers, ding ding. We also buy and sell vehicles. There's over 75,000 vehicles for sale. Plus, remember, you can always WhatsApp the dealer. And remember, we also have multiple tools and features to make your car buying journey that much simpler. I will see you in the next episode. Okay, bye.
Let's find what moves you. Cars.co.za.